I just returned from a mayor's conference, and there's some excitement but also sad news, and it seems like the first thing to go in government wants to cut is always the arts programs and libraries. Unfortunately, many cities are not building new libraries or running new libraries. New cities are not building them, and that's really unfortunate if we are to compete in a global economy against other countries, more so India and China and others. And so I firmly believe that I hope everyone resets their priorities. I asked many of the mayors to come to Chicago and find out what we're doing and how important libraries are to the future of our city. And I would hope that as Mary goes to the conference, library conference, you'll hear from more of the librarians about, unfortunately, many of the cutbacks in hours and expansion and things like that. And I think we just have to set our priorities, and that's what government should do. Whether it's local government, state or county, federal government, they have to set priorities. And what are your priorities? Here in Chicago, there's both schools and libraries. They're both connected into the quality of education that we want to give to not only our children, but the adults as well. Mary pointed out just a few years ago, I should say, when I became mayor, many of our libraries are housed in very small rented storefronts with poor book collections and truly no technology. Of course, the operations were very, very short. But I believe that all Chicagoans deserve a world-class library system, and thanks to the efforts of many people working together, the board itself and Mary Dempsey and all the friends and advocates and foundations and businesses, been able to create a very rich collection in all 79 libraries, hire and train professional staff, which I want to compliment all the librarians and wonderful staff of the libraries that basically help so many people here in our city. And also the state-of-the-art technology to all our libraries, build and open 52 libraries since 1989. I wonder if we look at it all, how much we lead the nation in library support. I think that really says what issues that we are concerned about here in the city, and libraries are the key. Millions of Chicagoans who had poor or non-existent library service in the past now enhance their libraries as community anchors and a place of lifelong learning. Chicago Public Library has become a model for library systems across the country because we're shown how building a library can make our neighborhoods stronger and improve the quality of life for all the residents. Libraries are much more than just buildings full of books and technology. They provide meeting rooms for neighborhood groups, summer reading programs for kids, after-school programs. People who can't afford a computer can use one of them free at a library system. And that is why I'm happy to be here today to announce a major expansion of technology services, including a new website that will make it easier for library users to access the catalog and other services from a computer. But we also know that many people can't take advantage of all the technology we offer because they are not familiar with how to operate a computer. So today we're announcing the expansion of our Library Cyber Navigators program, which hires college students to work in branch libraries to help teach library patrons how to use technology. I think I'll go to that program. This program is made possible in large part by grants from Bank of America and Polk Brothers Foundation. Through their generosity, and I really want to thank both of them for their generosity, we have been able to expand Cyber Navigators from just 3 branches to 37. We plan to increase that number by 10 in the next year. Also, I want to remind you that we give more Chicagoans internet access. The city also provides free Wi-Fi at 7 public locations in all 79 public library branches. Our 5 Chicago workforce centers make computers available to the public, as we do 21 of our Office of Workforce Development delegate agencies all around the city. The mission of the Chicago Public Library is to provide its users with access to information and new ideas. The library is here to help make Chicago a city of readers, because our place in the global economy and the quality of life of our city will be determined in large part by children's ability to read with comprehension. The new integrated library system greatly improves a library user's ability to access the catalog, online resources, and circulation systems. Using the new system and the new Find It Chicago website, library patrons can now reserve books and other materials, find out about library programming, do research, have access to library system resources around the clock. These are great new features for young people as well. For example, there's a catalog created exclusively for young readers with information in a kid-friendly way. The kids' catalog includes Story a List, created by children's librarians, and a homework help link that refers young people to safe resources to help them with all their studies. The new website also includes the first web space designed for teens, which showcased the library's collection of teen fiction, nonfiction, promotes library events for teens as well. The cost of expansion of services was $11 million, and $10 million of that came from the proceeds of the Chicago Skyway lease that we set aside to invest in people, in neighborhoods, and provide the infrastructure and services that people need to succeed. Remember, this was a public asset. At one time when it was built, it was a public asset. Then it wasn't a public asset. It lost quite a bit of money. So in 1989, we started investing into Skyway, and we made it a liability into a great asset. And of course, we sold it, we leased it. And this is your money used for infrastructure. It's very, very important. It's not just put in the budget for salaries. It's basically for infrastructure in city government. And that is the only way, because if you look at the federal government, state government, there's no money for infrastructure. And this is all part of infrastructure as well. We are on the leading edge of that type of financial transaction to help the people of the city of Chicago. You cannot promise people at 2020, 2040, something's going to take place, and we're going to help your neighborhood. People want it right now, and that leasing of public assets has been a great, great arm of improving the quality of life of our city. This integrated library system and the website are already a great success, are making it easier for Chicagoans to take advantage of everything our libraries have to offer. In May, the new website had more than 100 million hits. 1 year ago in May, the old website had about 28 million hits. As mayor, I've said many, many times that Chicago continues to progress for all its residents and compete in the global economy in the future. We must reinforce the idea that education never ends. We have to install that in all of our residents, especially our children, a love of learning. Technology is one of the most powerful tools in this effort. I just want to thank Chicago Public Library, Mary Dempsey, all those who truly believe that our library system is making a difference in the quality of life for all the families of the city of Chicago. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mayor Daley. And as the mayor just said, the Find It Chicago system is really allowing us, thanks to the proceeds from the Skyway Fund, to seamlessly integrate both technology and our traditional book catalog into this wonderful new website. And we're going to show you a little bit about the website in a second, but just to give you an idea, in the month of May alone, our circulation of books and library materials went up by 36% over the same period a year ago. And that's because the brand new website brings the catalog alive for people, gets them to see the materials, puts them in a wonderful format, and allows you to not only look at what we have available and where it's available, but to place a reserve or a hold on it. And so during the month of May of last year, our holds, or online reserves, went up by 113% over a year ago when you could not place your own hold. Many of us are the people who sit at home at night, decide we want to read a particular book, go on the website with our library card and place it on hold, and those holds went up to 78,000, more than 78,000 in the month of May alone. Online renewals, which is another wonderful aspect of this system. I don't know about you, but if you like to avoid overdue fines, as I am often the victim of, there's now no more reason for that to happen, because you can renew your materials online, and 110,686 items were renewed online last month alone. So we've seen an enormous explosion in the use of the website and in the use of our library materials, seamlessly integrating the two thanks to this wonderful new technology that was funded through the proceeds of the Skyway.